When you hear intermittent fasting, do you assume that it's so rigid that there must be a million rules that you have to follow in order to find success? Well, if that is you, you're not alone. When I first decided I was going to try intermittent fasting, it took me so long to finally take the plunge because I thought I was signing up basically for a prison sentence where I thought I'm gonna feel really stuck in a box, I'm gonna feel extremely rigid, and enjoying food might be over once again, like every other diet I've done in the past. However, I'm here to tell you that is not the case, and I'm gonna share with you the foods that I don't eat as an intermittent faster and why it's not as stressful as you think it might be. I'm Jackie, I'm an intermittent faster who eats everyday food every day. I have had a lot of success. I've lost about 35 pounds. I lost it in 5 months. I went from overweight and in a continuous lose weight, gain weight cycle in adulthood to finally losing weight, getting to a healthy weight range, and being there for over 2 years. I absolutely love intermittent fasting, and I don't cut foods out of my diet, and that's what I'm gonna talk to you about today. First of all, I wanna say that every single person's body is different. My needs are different than your needs. The way I process foods and respond to certain foods is obviously gonna be different than every single individual, and that includes you. I share my experiences not to tell you that the way I do it is the only way to do it. I share my experiences just to encourage you that intermittent fasting can be freeing, it can give you a lot of flexibility, and it's potentially the solution you've been looking for, just as it was for me. I want to be your fasting foodie BFF, your encourager on this journey, but I'm definitely not dietitian, nutritionist, and the things that I tell you are based on experience, not education and expertise. But now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to share with you the foods that I don't eat. First, foremost, mushrooms. I don't eat mushrooms because I hate mushrooms. Number 2, seafood, that includes shrimp, lobster, fish, anything like that, because it grosses me out. And number 3, gamey meat. I grew up eating beef, pork, chicken. I even grew up in a hunting culture where venison, deer meat, is extremely popular. Now, push come to shove, if I'm at my grandpa's house and he made venison, would I eat it? Yes. Do I want to eat it? No. Anything other than beef, pork, chicken, and the occasional venison because my arm is twisted, I don't eat lamb, goat, squirrel, bison, ox. I'm not super adventurous when it comes to meat. Those are basically the only foods that are off my diet. So what I'm getting at is the foods that I intentionally don't eat are strictly preferences. I don't eliminate anything from my diet because I'm in a faster. I don't say because I'm intermittent fasting, I can't eat these foods. And I'm here to tell you, I still have excess weight that I'm sure I could shed if I decided to give up sugar, if I decided to limit my carbs, if I decided to adopt the keto lifestyle long term. I'm sure my weight could be lower. However, I'm on a mission to be healthy, enjoy food. I want the best of both worlds, and I understand that maybe I won't be at my lowest weight if I also want to enjoy an occasional adult beverage, or I want to occasionally have creme brulee, 2 things that I really love. And that's why I focus on balance, I focus on preference, and I focus on being intentional and enjoying each eating window, which means I'm mindful of what I'm eating and mindful of what I don't. One of the things I'm asked all the time is, do I drink? And I'm pretty certain that when people ask me if I drink, they don't mean water, they mean alcohol. And my quick answer is yes, I do enjoy and allow alcohol in my diet. It's the same as any other food. I don't eliminate it. However, I know that I don't feel as good if I drink alcohol regularly. I also know it's not the best choice for me to have on a regular basis. So I only have it on occasion. I really enjoy making cocktails, and here's a cocktail I'm making with Element. I recently saw on Facebook that Element themselves suggested adding electrolytes to your cocktails, and I became very intrigued, and I felt the personal challenge of making my own Christmas cocktail. This is the Sprite Zero Winter Spice Cranberry with vanilla vodka and raspberry salt Element. Now, why would you add Element to a cocktail? Here are some answers. 1, you can use it as a great flavor enhancer without adding additional sugars to the drink. Having electrolytes in a drink helps you to prevent dehydration. If you want to stay hydrated while you're drinking, those two usually don't go hand in hand. Adding the electrolytes is a great way to help stay hydrated. Right now, Element is offering my listeners a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single-serve packets free with any Element order. This is a great way to try all 8 flavors or share Element with a salty friend. Get yours at drinkelement.com/fastingfoodie. This deal is only available through my link. You must go to DRINKLMNT.com/fastingfoodie. Thank you so much to Element for sponsoring this video. Cheers. So bottom line, yes, I do include alcoholic beverages, but I don't just crack open a beer because I don't like beer. That would be another thing that's not on my list. I don't drink beer. But do I have fruity, delicious cocktails? When it sounds good and there's room in my eating window, absolutely. The only things that I purposely eliminate from my diet are foods I really don't like. Then there are the changes that I've made since fasting. Things that I used to really love: raspberry zingers, oatmeal cream pies, hot Starbucks, Big B, any coffee lattes, flavored black coffee. Those are 4 things that I used to absolutely love when I was not an intermittent faster. If I had an opportunity to eat a raspberry zinger or an oatmeal cream pie, I would take that opportunity. I love them. And by the way, I am not giving you any crap if you do still like them. However, since I become an intermittent faster, it is not appealing to me anymore. I didn't even realize the shift had occurred until my son bought an oatmeal cream pie box for me as a surprise when he was shopping. He saw them, he knew I liked them, he brought them home, and I didn't eat any of them. And the longer they sat in our pantry, the more I realized, like, wow, if this was Jackie before fasting, I would have downed those in a matter of a week. And here they remained in my pantry. It was kind of crazy. I am fine eliminating things from my diet that no longer sound good. Also, things like hot lattes, I don't know what it is. I can have an iced coffee with cream, sugar, anything, and it tastes good. But I always used to love hot lattes with white chocolate or caramel or marshmallow, whatever flavoring I wanted, and it would taste delicious. It makes me feel sick now, and I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is, but it's only since I've been a faster. But if I have things like hot lattes with the espresso and flavorings and the milk, honestly, it gives me diarrhea. It goes right through me. It gives me a big stomach ache, and I don't know why, but I just simply choose not to drink it. Am I choosing not to drink the latte because I feel shameful of the 500 calories it might be? No. Am I not drinking the latte because I think it's a no-no and I can't be that naughty? No. I'm doing it because it doesn't make me feel good anymore. So when it no longer sounds good or it doesn't make me feel good, it's much easier to say no than feeling like it's on the hit list. And I'm gonna give you a little example of why I don't have items I can't eat. If you're a frequent flyer on my channel, you know that I recently had my every 5-year colonoscopy, and I'm only 35, but this is my 3rd colonoscopy. We had early colon cancer in my family, and as a preventative measure, I get it done every 5 years just to make sure we are watching my colon. Fun, huh? Anyways, I had my colonoscopy, and part of the prep is I couldn't eat popcorn for 7 days. Guess what? I regularly go weeks, maybe even months without having popcorn. I don't need popcorn in my life. Do I like it? Yes. If I want it, I have it, but I don't ever have like, don't eat popcorn until I had my colonoscopy. So for 7 days, I couldn't eat popcorn. Guess what I really, really, really wanted at the end of my colonoscopy? Popcorn. And here's the funny thing. Mentally, I know the reason I wanted popcorn is because it was on the hit list. However, I still wanted it. I'm still human, and psychology is hard to overcome. So I wanted popcorn because I knew for 7 days I wasn't allowed to have popcorn. I don't know what it is about my personality. If you can diagnose me, please let me know in the comments. But if I can't have something, I want it, which is why diets are always been really hard for me. And also why I have a very open diet now. If food sounds good, I allow myself to enjoy it. I don't obsess about it then. I don't feel bad about it. And I have my eating window. It's so much easier for me to either know I'm eating and I can enjoy it, or I'm not eating. And it's not that I can't enjoy that food, it's just not my eating time yet. So before you go ahead and ask me, Jackie, can I eat? My answer is gonna be yes. You can eat anything that you want. You have to decide what is the proper amount. You have to decide if it's worth having in your eating window. If you eat something and it instantly gives you acid reflux, I probably would eliminate it from your diet. But that's about feeling good, not the hit list. Bottom line, there is room for anything in my diet. However, I eliminate things that don't sound good. I eliminate things that don't feel good to me. And I prioritize what I'm really looking forward to over the used to like doesn't really appeal to me anymore. And that's how I find every single eating window to be fully satisfying. Does that mean that everything I pick is 5-star? Absolutely not. Again, I'm not a dietitian and I'm not a nutritionist, but this is coming from a real world person who finds so much freedom and joy in intermittent fasting. And that's why I share with you my real world open approach to intermittent fasting. There is freedom to be found even without a perfect diet. And yes, would I like my diet to 5 years from now look better than it does now? Absolutely. But I'm allowing that change to occur naturally because it's much more sustainable then. You're asking me, Jackie, if you find success by not focusing on what you eat, what do you focus on instead? I have your answer right here. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao, Donna, ciao.